Welcome to A Double
and
Dice
with your host Kim.
and Jocelyn.
Pour your favorite beverage,
Pull up a comfy chair.
because we are ready to roll.
Welcome to episode 131 of A Double and Dice, and Jocelyn's back.
Woohoo!
She is back. She only missed one episode.
I did. I only missed one episode, but it's nice when I miss an episode, Kim, because then I get to listen to an episode and I don't know what happened in it.
That's true, because you thought the guest was somebody else.
Yeah, so we had a conversation about who the guest might be, and then you picked somebody different.
I did.
So you had Collector Rob on. It was awesome. You guys had a fabulous conversation, and I really enjoyed listening to it. I am not going to be able to participate in the Breath Weapon X Fest because I am babysitting my niece and nephew that day, but I'm looking forward to hearing all about it.
Yeah, I actually started building my team already.
Nice.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
I gotta go find these cards and dice, and I don't know. I'm just gonna wing it because I don't. Yeah.
Well, if you need,
hopefully I remember how to play.
Right. If you need anything from my collection, I'm gonna be out your way next week. I think I can drop stuff off.
No, I'm good because the Yu-Gi-Oh card I'm using I have that one, so
okay.
We are good. Now, if it was all Yu-Gi-Oh, then yeah, that would have been
I would have just dropped you off the factory set and said, "Here, you can play with this."
Too bad it wasn't IP just themed. Then maybe I would have done Yu-Gi-Oh. But we're good. I think I own everything actually. Not one card of them actually I don't own, but I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it. We'll see. One of those cards I don't own, but
yeah. So the format for Breath Weapon X Fest is 7 in 7, or something?
Yes, yeah.
So one card out of each of 7 IPs.
Yes. Yeah. So you can have 7 cards. You can have 6 cards plus 1 back. You can have 5 cards and 2 backs. Or you can have 7 cards and 0 backs.
Interesting. Well, I look forward to seeing what people play because I think it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it'll be interesting because you can't have obviously multiple cards, right? So the same set, or IP. So it's interesting.
I feel like we should do this episode out of order since we're talking about Breath Weapon X Fest right now. And we're talking about the last episode that I wasn't on. So I think we should just jump right to the dice bag and then we can do the rest of the content later.
All right, sounds good.
So the feedback from the dice bag this episode, from episode 130, the one I was not on, was Jostitch. Who's Jostitch? Oh, right, that's me. I said great episode in the Discord, and Collector Rob asked if he deputized adequately, and I said he did. Fabulous. I love listening to the conversation between Rob and Kim. You guys had a great conversation there. Which he responded to as high praise. And then Nick jumped in, Jackalope Spam, and said, I was waiting the whole episode expecting you to discuss Breath Weapon, the keyword. As for sets IPs, I'm always a fan of more D&D sets. Those never disappoint. And Collector Rob said that's a missed opportunity.
Well, it's funny because I was sitting there for a good 5 minutes when I finished the episodes at the title.
Yeah.
I sat there and I was like, I don't know what to name this episode. I have no idea. It was just a conversation. It wasn't really anything per se, right? Something specific. So I was like, I don't know what to name this one. I'm like, well, I'm just going to do Breath Weapon.
I liked it.
Action Breath Weapon.
Yep.
So.
And then we got together with Rob on Friday night for DCC.
Mm-hmm.
And he had mentioned to you that he really enjoyed the episode as well.
Yeah.
Right? So.
Yep. So thanks again, Collector Rob, for coming on.
Yeah. And by Rob, I mean Rob L. Other Rob, not Collector Rob. So yeah. And that was the episode. That's all we got for feedback.
Yeah. There was nothing on the YouTubes or anything like that.
I checked the everywheres before I completed the dice bag feedback. But yeah, it was a good episode. I enjoyed listening to it, and we continue the streak of Kim being the one that's been on every single episode.
Will there ever be you never know.
If there's ever an episode that you're not on, I don't know if I could record it.
Well, you would use this. What were you doing to record
Right,
it?
then I don't know what to do with it afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
Like a long time ago.
Maybe we should. Yeah, it's true. Maybe I should actually sit with you one day and show you.
Yeah, you'll have to train me on how the podcast works.
Maybe when, like, I'll like show you what I do from start to end.
It would be interesting to do that. So, but yeah, I was on vacation. I went away over the holidays, and I had a great trip, and now I'm back. And I think I'm finally over the jet lag.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took a long time this week.
Well, yeah, because your body's 5 hours ahead of our time zone, so.
Yeah, we were in Europe, and it was a 5-hour time change, and I just really struggled with it coming back. I was not expecting to. I've never had that much trouble adjusting to time zone since I came back, but
6 o'clock, you want to go to bed.
Other extenuating circumstances with life and work and all the fun things. So anyway, I think I'm finally back on track, so fingers crossed. What about you? How were your holidays?
Quiet.
Yeah.
But good. Yeah. Goes by too fast, and now we're back to regular scheduled programming, so.
They weren't heroic?
I'm not sure of how heroic it was.
I mean, you're a mom. That makes you like a superstar when it comes to Christmas.
It's true. I play two parts.
Mm-hmm.
I play two people, when it comes to Christmas. But I won't spoil it for anybody.
No, of course not. But I know exactly where you're going with that, and I think many of our listeners will, and some won't. And so I would say that you are the hero of Christmas in your household. Nothing against your husband. I'm sure Dave helps lots.
I do quite a lot of the gifting stuff.
Yeah, I know. I watch my sisters do it as well, and they're both moms as well. And I mean, this year I didn't do anything for Christmas really because I went away. So I got presents for the kids and dropped them off at my sister's place, and then I sent money into the bank accounts for the niece and nephew out in BC, in British Columbia. And I have your present, Kim, still.
Oh, wow. I get a present?
I had it wrapped and everything before I went away on the off chance that I might be able to get out and see you, but haven't been able to do that.
Yeah, you haven't been out this way yet.
No, I haven't been out there. I was out there on December 17th. That was the last time I was out that way. And I was out there for like a very short period of time. I didn't have a chance to stop by. So anyway, maybe this year will be different.
Maybe.
Have to make it different.
Speaking of Christmas, this is how much work I have to do. I have to come up with 5 different Christmas lists for Noah.
Why 5?
Because each family people get a different list, so we don't get
risk of getting doubles.
Yes.
That's
very hard to do.
Yeah.
For a kid who is not really attached to anything. And I know what he shouldn't ask for or get because I don't have room for it. So it's tough. It's very tough to do that part of it.
So my nephew is 5.5. And you know what he asked for Christmas this year? Do you want to guess?
Is it a toy?
No.
Not a toy. What would a kid at 5 not want a toy?
I will tell
Money?
you, he is into vehicles.
Oh, he wanted those mini cars that you drive yourself?
No, he has one of those.
Oh.
He wanted a Cybertruck.
What's
Not a toy
Cybertruck?
Cybertruck. That really ugly...
Oh my gosh, really?
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, those things are on the streets galore right now.
I know. I guess there was recently a shipment that came in.
Yes, like everybody got their car in.
I don't want to yuck anyone's yum here, but I think that is the ugliest vehicle I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, yeah. And it's a truck. You know that, right? I did not know this.
It's a truck with like sheet metal on the sides or something.
Yeah, it's a truck, and it opens up like the back of a truck, like opens up into a truck. I never knew it was actually like a truck.
I haven't looked into it enough to figure out what it is, but he wanted an actual Cybertruck, not a toy one. Like he wanted a Cybertruck that his family could drive. So my sister managed to find, I think, a toy one. I think
I think they have, didn't,
Marshalls or Winners or something.
Hot Wheels make one?
I guess. It's like I think it's a battery operated one.
Mm.
So he got a Cybertruck, but he's like, this is not the Cybertruck I wanted, Mom. It's pretty hilarious.
That thing is so ugly. Really? If I was getting out of it, I would like hide myself if I was like a teenager and I hated this car and I was getting dropped off school or something. It's like, drop me like 5, like, blocks down or something.
Like, what are people going to think about that in like 10 or 15 years? Like, are people that had one going to be like cringing, like people that had Hummers and stuff? Like, I don't know.
At least a Hummer's a little bit better looking than this car.
I mean, a Hummer is excessive in North America. I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah.
It's not needed for city driving. Anyway, those are my opinions about vehicles.
People have money to waste. It's okay.
People can spend their money on whatever they like. And if you like Cybertrucks, I'm not here to tell you you're wrong. I'm just here to tell you that it's not my preference. So, anyway, I thought that was hilarious.
That is funny.
That was what he wanted for Christmas. And, yeah. And then now they're into, like, new activities. So he started basketball, and my niece just started ballet class, and she loves it.
Mm.
My niece in BC, as well as my niece locally, both of them have started ballet classes, and they are just, like, over the moon. They're so excited.
Interesting.
Yeah. They look really adorable in their dance outfits. Hazel insists on wearing a tutu.
That's funny.
I'm like, you don't need a tutu, honey. It's like beginner ballet, but she wants to wear a tutu. So
maybe when she has like a performance, she'll be in a tutu.
Maybe. Well, she's wearing it just to practice. So anyway, she's probably going to start a trend. She's always been a bit of a trendsetter when it comes to her clothing. She's got her own very definitive ideas of what she wants to look like. So anyway, so yeah, so that's what's going on.
Yeah.
From vacation, over the jet lag, niece and nephew stories, check. And we had the heroic moms of Christmas. And in addition to the heroic moms, we have the heroic Dice Masters.
Yeah, I wonder if there's any heroic moms in that Dice Masters list.
Let's find out. So what is heroic? It's a keyword I've never played with.
Neither have I.
Heroic is a dice with heroic can pair up with other dice, different character, that you control that have the heroic ability. Place paired up dice side by side. Heroic takes place at the same time a character is fielded. Dice may only be paired up with one other die. The new partner replaces the old one. They attack and block separately. And this is from the second Marvel Dice Masters set. So that would have
been... Oh, yeah, they're all from that, yeah. Huh.
That would have been, what? The first one was Avengers vs. X-Men. So Uncanny X-Men? Is it Uncanny X-Men?
Yes, that's Uncanny X-Men.
Which I have that set entirely. So maybe I played with Heroic and didn't even remember it, but...
Maybe. I don't have any, not much cards from this set. Or did Age of Ultron come first? And
No, it was Avengers vs. X-Men and then Uncanny X-Men. But there was also like Justice League and other stuff in there. So, anyway, within Heroic, all of which apparently came from Uncanny X-Men, one set, because I don't think this keyword is particularly good, although I've heard people try to make it work. We have 13 cards.
Yes, looks like very expensive cards.
Should we sort them alphabetically, Kim, as we usually
do? Always.
And do you want to do the first one?
Sure. The first one is Angel. Superhero, a 3-cost shield, X-Men affiliated, heroic. When fielded, Angel may pair up with a different heroic character until the start of your next turn. Once per turn, while Angel is paired up, you may pay shield to give Angel and his partner each plus 2d. Angel is a 022133134.
Angel and his partner are sitting in a tree. Okay, so then we have Captain America Superhero, 5-cost shield with the Avengers affiliation. Heroic, so the heroic just is the reminder text.
Yeah.
When fielded, Captain America may pair up with a different heroic character. So we're going to maybe bypass those. So the effect is, while Captain America is paired up, he and his partner each gain +4 attack and +4 defense.
That's crazy.
So that's pretty strong. 1, 3, 3, 2, 5, 4, 2, 5, 5.
All right. Cyclops, superhero. It's funny how they all have superhero names. Anyways, 5-cost Bolt, also an X-Men affiliated. Heroic while Cyclops is paired up, he and his partner each deal 1 damage to the opponent when assigned to attack. 142, 153, 164. He might go good with Angel getting that up D so they don't get KO'd.
So then we went to Iron Man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who is a 5-cost shield, Avengers affiliation. Superhero, again, is the subtitle. They were very creative in this set. When Iron Man is paired up, prevent the first 2 damage dealt to Iron Man and his partner. 1, 3, 5, 1, 4, 6, 2, 5, 7.
He's got a defense, but... Marvel Girl, superhero, 5-cost Bolt, X-Men affiliated. While Marvel Girl is paired up, when she or her partner attacks, you may spin down 1 non-heroic character and gain 1 life. She's a 133, 255, 366.
Okay. Professor X. Oh, we've got something different. Founder. 6-cost mask with the X-Men affiliation. This is an uncommon. I think we've forgot to do those parts.
All right, yes.
While Professor X is paired up, gain 1 life while either he and or his partner attack.
Gain 1 life when either he and his partner attack. Okay, so there's one that deals damage and one that gives life when they attack. Stats?
All right, stats. 115, 217, 319. You certainly don't need to give him any extra defense.
No, he's pretty good. Next up is Red Hulk, superhero, 7-cost fist, Avengers affiliated, rare version. When Red Hulk is paired up, he and his partner each gain 3A. His stats is 165, 277, 388.
Wow, +3 attack, but 7 cost.
Pair him with Captain America, oh my gosh, and give them Overcrush?
I mean, I think that's kind of the idea, right? Like, how do you rush this? Sabretooth is super powered, so not superhero and not founder, super powered. 5-cost fist, he's got the Hydra or villain affiliation. He is an uncommon, and when he is paired up, spin him and his partner to level 3 at the end of your turn.
That's a rare version.
That's what I said, didn't I?
No, you said uncommon.
Oh, I meant rare. Apparently I can't see tonight. 133, 144, 254.
Next up is She-Hulk, superhero, 6-cost fist, no affiliation, rare version. While She-Hulk is paired up, gain 2 life each time she and or her partner is blocked. She's a 154, 266, 377.
All right, so then we go to Spider-Man, who is also a superhero with a 5-cost fist, no affiliation, super rare. While Spider-Man is paired up, when he and or his partner are knocked out, each may deal its attack in damage to a Bolt or Mask character. A little too specific.
Yeah.
Just deal their damage to a character. Be better. 033, 144, 155. That reminds me of the stats of the newer one from Secret Wars or whatever set it was.
Yeah, that one's too... If it was any, it would be better. For a 5-cost. Storm. Superhero. 3-cost mask. X-Men affiliated. Uncommon. While Storm is paired up, she and her partner can't be targeted by action dice. 021, 122, 132.
Cool. Then we have Wolverine. Wolverine is superhero, 6-cost fist, X-Men affiliation. When Wolverine is paired up. He and his partner can only be blocked by 2 or more characters each. 152, 263, 384.
Wolverine.
Common.
Wolverine. This is the only one that repeats himself. Anti-hero. 5 cost fist, no affiliation, uncommon. While Wolverine is paired up, prevent all damage to him and his partner from fist and shield dice. And same stats, 152, 263, 384. Notice how some of them say and or, and then some of them just say and.
Yeah, so I guess the ones that say and require both things to happen, and then and or gives you an option.
Yeah, it's one or the other partner.
So normally we say which one of these would we want to play with, Kim, but apparently we have to choose 2.
Yeah. I mean, the Red Hulk and Captain America, I mean, if you can give them, they get buffed up pretty big. They get +7 amongst them, both of them.
Yeah, +7. So that would make, let's say Hulk was at level 2. Let's just be calm here. So that would be 7 attack, +3 is 10, +4 is 14 attack.
And plus his D would be 11.
Yeah. And then Captain America at level 2 or 3 would be a 5, 9, 12 and 14. You know, if you can get unblocked or overcrush, you might be able to take your opponent out in one turn. The problem is you've got to spend a 7 cost and a 5 cost.
Yeah, so you got to build up to that.
I mean, I guess the good thing is in this set we also have the Professor X Global. So that allows you to ramp like crazy if you prep for masks, right?
Yep.
But yeah, I think that's an interesting combo.
What else is good? I mean, there's some that like deals the damage, which isn't bad when they attack.
Yeah, like Cyclops.
Yeah,
plus
if you can,
whomever he's dealt up with, you're dealing 2 damage directly to the opponent when they attack.
It's kind of funny. You can actually like pair him up with one of the life gain ones, and kind of like deal the damage and gain life.
I do think the super rare is interesting. The super rare Spider-Man. It's just the whole thing about it has to be a Bolt or a mask character.
Yeah.
Right? That's too much. That's too specific.
Same with the Wolverine one too.
Yeah, the shield and the vest.
Yeah.
I do like the Wolverine superhero as well. That they have to be blocked by 2 or more character dice. There's a keyword for that. Is there a keyword for that?
Which one?
To be blocked by multiple dice.
No, I think it's just it could be a character ability.
Just an ability, because we've seen that ability before.
I think Casey Jones has that ability.
I thought it was a thing, but it might not.
Probably not. I don't know. Or no, I think Casey's can block up to multiple characters. So this one's the reverse. They have to block 2 characters on them.
Yeah, I think it's just an ability that they put on characters from time to time.
I've actually never seen that ability in any other characters, though. Like, forcing your opponent to double block a
or maybe
character?
It's an action. I feel like it's been too long since I've played this game, so I don't remember.
Yeah.
There's definitely things
It's been a while.
that force you to double block. So, and that's one of them. The Wolverine. Yep. The Sabretooth piece, like spin them up to level 3 at the end of your turn is kind of sad because, you know, you don't have all that attack at the beginning of your turn.
Yeah, but then it only happens once. Because once you spin them up at the end of your turn comes back up. They're already at level 3.
But what if you can spin it down? Doesn't one of them spin these down?
Was there one that spins
Marvel
down?
Girl. When she or her partner attacks, you may spin down one non-heroic character.
Yeah, so he's just one and done.
Yeah, pretty much. Unless you have a different way to spin down, then really, what's the point?
Yeah. Unless you're using him for stats, but his stats is not very good for some other 5 costs.
Yeah, the stats on the cards are a little bit wonky because it's an early set, and also all of those like 5, 6, 7 costs, like aside from the Angel and the Storm that are 3 costs, like those are very challenging.
Yeah.
So so that's Heroic. I think if I played with Heroic, I either played it wrong or just ignored that ability because this is one of the first sets I ever played with. So that's my guess. But I would love to hear what other people have tried to do with Heroic. And clearly, I mean, it wasn't that good. Otherwise,
it would have spread out. Yeah.
Multiple sets. So,
yeah. I mean, it's an interesting concept of pairing up with another one and doing things, but.
And I see like the thematicness of it, although Sabretooth being a villain seems weird. But like the X-Men and the Avengers, they're teams, right? They team up, and when they team up, they're stronger. So I get sort of the concept of what they were trying to do. It was probably too hard to keep track of on the mat.
Yeah, because you would think that character was on the same level, not paired up. Exactly. You'd have to like mark it somehow or something like that.
Well, that's because we got used to playing in online, and online we often just sorted our characters by level to help out our opponents. But yeah, I think remembering who's paired up and the fact that you can only have one of them paired up with one other one, so it's just a pair and not a team, and then you have to like swap them and things like that, feels a little bit complex. It feels like they were trying to add some level of strategy to the game, and I think maybe it just didn't quite hit the mark.
Yeah.
But they tried.
They tried.
So I would love to hear what other people have done with Heroic, because I have heard over the years of people trying to make Heroic work. I want to say Collector Rob might have been one of those people.
I think Collector Rob has tried like every single type of thing.
But
with all the different
others, teams. Nick, Chris from the Ministry of Days. Like, I'm sure there's lots of people that have tried to make Heroic work. And I'd love to hear what those types of teams are and what the challenges were when they were building out those teams. And, maybe it's easier now with the amount of prep and things like that we have. Like, I know we had, I mentioned it, the Professor X Global in this set, but now we have all kinds of things, right? There's like prep globals and Clayface and all sorts of things that you can do to help yourself get more dice. So maybe there's a way to do it.
Yeah, maybe. But some good ones there. It's just
to get your Red Hulk and Captain America off. Unfortunately, Cam, you can't play this at Breath Weapon XFS 8.
No, because this is single set.
It's a single IP, and you can only play one of them, and they have to work together. You should petition Rob for an exception. If I play Heroic, can I play 2 Marvel characters?
And only those 2 characters. I'll play nothing else.
I bet he would say yes.
And then I'll just have lots of ramping in my like basic actions or something like that.
Yeah, and any other cards from any other IPs. All the ramp cards for sure.
All the ramp in the world.
And churn. And ramp. And ramp. And churn. So that's Heroic. Do we have anything else to add to Heroic, Kim?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
I think it was a good Heroic.
Yeah. So, on that note, should we pop over to the playmat since we already did the dice bag?
We can.
Let's do it. So tell me, Kim, what have you played recently?
So just continue on with our board game nights on Saturdays. We started a campaign version to Zombicide. So Matt finally upgraded his Zombicide to 2nd edition. And with the 2nd edition, their expansions are campaign based.
Oh.
Yeah, so you kind of follow, you have a character sheet, and you kind of, each scenario, you put your stuff in your character sheet or whatnot, and you use the same characters as you go through the campaign. And then you build up or whatnot and gain things as you go. So we've never played a campaign, obviously, with Zombicide. So it's very interesting. I enjoy it. We enjoyed it a lot, so much that we played it back-to-back Saturdays.
Nice.
So we played Scenario 1 and Scenario 2. So we've been So we'll take a break. We'll take a little break because we don't get worn out too much of it, and then we'll get back to it because we don't want to wait too long to continue the campaign. So, and then Friday nights we got back to DCC, and that's about it.
The adventure continues.
We got Noah board game. Sorry, Santa got Noah board game.
What game did he get?
It's a Lego board game.
Nice.
Lego's first board game, Monkey Palace. For the life of me, I can't figure out how to play this thing, but eventually I will figure out how to play this thing and actually play it. So it's like building. You're building with Lego pieces, and you're doing a game. Yeah,
I like it.
So eventually I'll get that on the table. So with him, so we'll see.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, while I was on holidays, we were in Europe, as I mentioned. We packed some Star Wars Unlimited with us. And by we, I mean Rob. Rob put Star Wars Unlimited in his suitcase. We packed 4 starter decks, I think it was. So we had 4 different starter decks and sort of mixed and matched and played against each other and did all that sort of stuff. So that was really good. It was good to sort of spend some time doing that. The nice thing about card games is they're very portable, right? It's just a pack of cards. That's really all you need. And maybe some tokens or dice to represent the damage the cards take. So it was pretty good to have that. We really enjoyed it. We were, at nighttime when we were, winding down for the night, we'd throw a couple hands of Star Wars before we went to bed, and it worked out pretty good. Towards the end of our trip, we stopped in at a game store in Lisbon called Versus. It was really good. We actually were able to pick up some Star Wars there. There was a pre-release kit. So like Magic, they do the pre-release kits. They come in a box, and there's 6 packs and some promos and things like that in there. And there was one of them that we didn't get here in North America. We didn't go to a pre-release, and the pre-release kits weren't available. But they had it in Portugal, so we picked it up, and we opened that. We bought a few other packs, and we actually ended up building. We did a quick stream, I think, it was Rob's Instagram, and we opened up the packs, and then we put a deck together with those cards to give us something else to play with. So that was kind of fun to build the deck and try out some other things. So lots of Star Wars Unlimited over the holidays. And then when we got back, it's been HeroClix City. So we, over at Dice Station Zebra, were added to the preview verse for the next set of HeroClix. So WizKids sent us a brick of product. And we have been opening it and playing our sealed game series with that brick. So the new HeroClix bricks are 12 boosters, which means you can play 3 games with that, 2 boosters each. So the 3rd game is coming out right the day before this episode drops. It is recorded, but what was great was the first game that we played, we opened a chase that had not been seen yet.
Okay.
This set is called Collector's Trove, and it's a pretty small set. It's only got 50-ish pieces in it, whereas sometimes the sets have as many as 70. So it's a smaller set. And when we got the brick, as I understood it, there's 1 legacy card and 1 chase that hadn't been revealed, and it happened that our brick had the chase. So we were able to preview the chase Scarlet Witch that no one had seen before. So that was super cool. And so we got those games recorded, and games 1 and 2 are out now, and game 3 is coming out soon, before this episode drops. So that was exciting. And we got back to the local store, and we played a game at the local store last week, and we're back on our regular local store cadence for HeroClix. So much more HeroClix to come in the coming weeks.
Lots and lots of HeroClix. No Dice Masters.
No word on Dice Masters. And then the other thing about HeroClix that I'll mention is this Collector's Trove set is supposed to come out January 22nd. It's supposed to be the pre-release. and January 29th is the full release. But the previous set, Black Panther, which was supposed to come out in November, for some reason, there's been like almost no supply of it available in Canada. So our local store in Oshawa got a few cases, but they got them from a separate supplier. And then I heard that the Mississauga store where we used to play Kim Game Time, he got one case. So just 2 bricks for his release event, and he didn't get that until like almost a month after it was supposed to drop. So the supply of Black Panther in Canada has been almost non-existent, and Rob and I haven't gotten our case yet to do our sealed game series for that set. So it was kind of nice to have Collector's Trove so that we could play some HeroClix and that sort of thing. So most people that get those bricks just open them, but we were like, no, we're going to open them and play games. Because that's what we do. So that was pretty cool, and very, very grateful and thankful to WizKids for sending us that product. And if and when we have any type of I will see if I can find anything out of it, Dice Masters, but not hopeful.
They're forgotten.
Speaking about news, though, there was big news that dropped the day of this recording. Kim, I don't know if you saw it, but apparently Alliance in the U.S. is, Diamond is going bankrupt, and they own Alliance. And apparently, according to the article I read today, Universal from Canada is looking to buy Alliance.
Oh, because they're a distributor here.
Universal's the Canadian distributor for like board games and stuff, and Alliance is the American distributor. And I guess they were owned by Diamond, and apparently as part of the Chapter 11 bankruptcy proceedings, they've entered into an agreement with Universal to purchase Alliance, according to the article I read on bleedingcool.com. So
the other one here is Lion
Rampart.
Yeah, Imports is the other one here. There's 2.
Yeah, but the main one is definitely Universal. So anyway, I know Alliance had Black Panther product for HeroClix, so maybe if Universal buys them, we'll get Black Panther.
Coming from the US.
Yeah. So that was interesting news. But that's it for the playmat. Some HeroClix, some exciting HeroClix, and some Star Wars Unlimited. That's really all I've had a chance to do. You did mention Lego, though, Kim, and when we were in Portugal, Rob and I picked up what they call a mock at the Lego store. The Lego store in Lisbon is not a official store. It's a licensed store.
Okay.
So in Portugal, in Lisbon in particular, they have this like yellow streetcar. They call it a tram that goes all over the city, and it's like iconic looking. So the local people at the Lego store figured out how to build the tram car.
Oh,
the yellow tram car.
Like pieces?
Out of Lego pieces. So they built what they called a mock, and they sell the mock as a box. So I have a box of this yellow tram car, and then they emailed me the directions. And they look like official Lego directions, like they put them together just like a Lego book would have. I'm looking forward to putting that together and doing that as a nice little souvenir from our trip.
Cool.
Yeah.
I don't remember those things when I was there.
Yeah, you were in Lisbon, right?
Yeah, but I don't remember those trams.
So the electronic tram they were yellow and red primarily, and they were in the old district, but they do go all the way along the water. So if you go sort of down all the way across, let's call it the bottom of the city of Lisbon, they go through there. I can send you a picture. And then they have like more modern looking trams that are kind of like what you would see like a TTC streetcar. Those ones go like to the suburbs and stuff like that. And then they have buses and subways.
I remember taking the subway a lot, but I don't remember those things. Maybe we did. That was a very long time ago.
How long ago was it, Kim?
All right, so it had been pre-Noah, and then
Kim does math in her.
I know. I'm mathing. Let me math. Wait, give me 1 second. Let me see if I have photos on the thing. Maybe it'll tell us like a date. It's got to be 10 years plus.
Yeah.
Because I've been married for... it's got to be at least 10 years plus. Liz Lisbon.
Lisboa.
Lisbon. No, it's not in here. I have no idea. Yeah, I'm going to go with 10 years plus.
Fair enough. But yeah, it was great. I would definitely recommend Portugal to anybody who's looking to give Europe a try. I was a little worried because Portuguese is kind of a challenging language and I struggled with it. But most people spoke English and everyone was very friendly.
Yes, they do speak English there.
Yeah, most of Europe does. It's just certain parts of Europe, like France, for example, they get sort of not happy if you don't even try to speak French. I always try anyway, but Portuguese I struggled with. So we had some great food, we had some great trips, we went all over sort of the central and south part of Portugal, and we did this amazing hike. It was really good. It's a good time.
Cool.
So yeah, so you have to look up the Tram 28, Kim. Get a picture of the Tram 28. Maybe it'll.
Yeah, I don't. Or I should look at pictures from Lisbon if I can even find any pictures from there.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what we got. No other games for you, Kim?
No other games.
No other games.
Back to normal. I tend to hide in bed when I don't have anything to go doing. Nighttime now is just get to bed. Just get to bed.
Yeah. Well, it's busy time. It's cold. It's dark.
Yeah, I know.
Right. It's very
Stupid
cold.
winter weather.
I know. Portugal was a lot warmer. But anyway, that's okay. I don't live in Portugal. I live in Canada. That's what I signed up for. So I guess on that note, we're going to wrap this up. Anything else to add, Kim?
No, all good.
All good. All right. Well, thanks everybody for continuing to listen to our sort of Dice Masters podcast, plus stuff. And we appreciate all of you as we move into the 2025 year, not season, year. And we love to hear from you. It helps us make our podcast interesting. So let us know what you thought of the podcast that you just listened to. We'd love to hear what you thought of Heroic. Have you built a Heroic team? Are you going to try and make Heroic work with new figures, with new dice from the newer sets? I'm definitely very interested in the team building there. So let us know, and you can reach out to us in all the usual places, which includes finding us on all the social medias, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter X, TikTok, Blue Sky, Threads, all of
them. Blue Sky is.
Blue Sky is like Twitter or Threads, but it's different.
Right.
I don't know how many of them. You can join our Discord channel. I strongly recommend you do that. It is dmNorthTV, and the link will be in the
show notes. Yep.
As all the links usually are. And there's a Double and Dice podcast convo channel in there for you to chime in. You can also @ us on Discord. Kim is @SuperK, and I am @Jostitch, JOCE Stitch. And then you can send us an email at trippledpodcast@dm-north.com. You can find us on dm-north.com and leave a comment on our episode post. And I think those are all of the places. So until next time, on a Double and Dice.